Keeping track of your finances can be tricky, especially if you owe lots of different companies money. Sometimes life gets in the way, paperwork can get lost, or you might be suffering from an illness that's prevented you from keeping your eye on your finances. Don't worry about it. I'm going to run through how you can find all of those debt details. Have you heard of ClearScore? It's a website, it's free by the way, that holds all of your finances, and it's the online financial folder that you'll need to find everything. I'll leave a link below this video for you and it'll ask you a series of questions. Now some of them are standard, like your address and date of birth, and then it'll run through other questions about accounts that you've set up in the past. There are questions in there about things like overdrafts and whether you've opened store cards. And then once you've answered all of those questions, there's a really detailed page which at the top will give you your credit score, insights onto how to improve your score. Then it goes on to your payment history, and then the section that you need is titled borrowing. Now, the borrowing section lists credit cards and the amount you owe, loans and what's remaining to pay. And if you click on these sections individually, it'll tell you which companies they are. Old bank statements are another good way of hunting down old debts. If you don't have any to hand, you can ask your bank to help. Just be careful though that they don't try and charge you a fee for their help. If there are some older debts that don't appear on your credit file, it's because they disappear after 6 years when you paid them off, or it's 6 years after the date the account defaulted after the missed payment. This is an important fact to know because there's a term called statute barred. That means if there's been no conversation between you and the company you owe debt to in over 6 years, then it isn't legally enforceable. This basically means that the company can't take you to court to repay the debt. Once you know exactly who you owe debt to, you can contact the companies directly and get them to send you a statement. They'll run through the usual standard security questions with you, and then they can give you all the details that you need. If you struggle with the internet, is there a trusted family member or maybe a friend that could help you out? Or if you don't have anyone that you're close to, you could contact the Citizens Advice Bureau or pop into their local branch. Another thing that's common to go missing, I'm trying to track a few of mine down actually, are old pension pots. Now, if you've been struggling to find a previous pension from an old company that you work for, you can do this online. I've left a link below the video, and what you'll need is the name of your old employer or the pension provider to be able to track it down. Hopefully, that's all the information you need to become a debt detective and hunt down your finances. Don't forget, if you are struggling, there are debt charities like Step Change that might be able to help. And now you've tracked down your debts, you'll want to check out my next video here where I explain how to write off credit cards and loans. So click here and I'll see you in the next video.